Okay, guys, me, the professor here, the meta of Ness, the melee meta of Ness. Here's Joey Bats against the Fox. This is a recent ad. I know he was in Luminosity. I think Zane's Royce. Let's just mute this for a second. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. By the way, make sure you check out my 2026 tier list. I asked the GOAT. I asked Zane and Mango. Forgot Mango's tag for a second. I asked Zane and Mango last night to watch my 2026 tier list yet. They said not yet. They said not yet. Hopefully those pro players watch it soon. The tier list meta change of Ness. Ness has actually been down. Remember, check out my video I dropped yesterday, Bowser being the worst character. The tier list changes over time for Bowser, so we will go through every single character here. Ness, I do think, is the second worst character game. I mean, I could understand the argument if you say he's better than Pichu, but Pichu's got the better recovery. So just starting out early days of Ness was considered pretty good. Ness was considered, what is this considered? Maybe like a B- tier, C tier. Ness went down from there. Ness dropped. Oh, no, Ness stays high. In the early days of Melee, Ness was considered pretty good, but let's keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling down to 2000. I mean, this is 20 years ago. We got to scroll, get a little more recent. By 2010, it's pretty clear. Ness goes way down, right side of the screen. I mean, people used to say Kirby was the worst kind of game. It wasn't until recently we all realized that Bowser's likely the worst character in the game. Then again, in this tier list here, what is this, 2013? Let's just keep scrolling to the final tier list, 2021. We do need a new official tier list. You know, I guess Melee Professor's tier list is the new official tier list. Make sure you check out my tier list video I dropped Sunday if you haven't already. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. We do have to get to 1,000 subscribers. In the last tier list, they had Ness better than Zelda and Kirby. I don't think Ness is better than Kirby. I think Kirby's meta has been headed way up in the recent meta. I think Zelda's obviously better than Ness too, especially for the Ices matchup. Like, this is Joey Bash. This is only a year old. Like, what matchup in the high tier? I asked the GOAT a similar question a couple days ago on stream. I mean, I guess you could argue Ness versus Spaceys, as we see right here. As we see right here by Joey Bats. Remember, this Fox is not a top 100 Fox, though. If you're playing against the top 100 Fox, it might be a different story. One stock lead here for Joey Bats at Yoshi's Island. I wanted to show Yoshi's Island a smaller stage, see what you can do with Ness, especially because Fox is pretty good here. Couple lasers. Let's keep an eye on Joey Bats. Joey Bats is widely considered the best Ness in the world right now. HBox doesn't really play much Ness anymore. Joey Bats never gets that far in tournament, though, even though I'm a huge Joey Bats fan. Nice forward air. Ness does have a couple good moves. There's the bat. There's the forward smash. He charged it for a second also, but it didn't seem to work. Ignore the bottom right of my laptop. Hope everyone's having a good Wednesday night. Make sure you subscribe. Nice edge hog, but the Fox is going to get back, and Ness can't really do much off it. Ness really can't do much off it. 6:24 on the clock. An up B. The up B could be used offensively as Ness, but it's risky because if you miss, you're just standing waiting to get rocked. 3 stocks for Joey Bats. This Fox is no scrub, but he's really not great either. This is a year old. I should have got Luminosity from 2 weeks ago. Down air. I mean, Ness has a good back air and down air and has a great grab. You know, has great throws off the grab. The problem is just in the high tier and mid tier. I don't really think of any great matchups. Ness's range is not great. I mean, his comboing ability is better than there's the up toss. Like, has some good junk off of grab. Does have some good junk off of grab. Has a good grab. Doesn't have great grab range, but there's the back toss. That's exactly what I was talking about. It doesn't KO, but it does throw your opponent quite far into the back air. So Ness does hit hard. Again, the same problem with Ness, there was the recovery. The recovery is really not great, guys. And, like, just in matchup-wise, I think Pichu. I know you could argue Ness above Pichu. I do honestly think Pichu's a little bit better, though. Because I do think Pichu rather, has the much better recoveries. Now, you could make the crazy argument, I think no one knows how to play Ness or Pichu. But Nesses do show up more often than Pichu. We haven't seen that Code Man in a little bit. 1 stack apiece here. Tight fight here. So tight fight. Just watching this fight, you would say, well, you moron, how could Ness be the second worst in the game? Because these are not top 100 players. I know in Japan, the last time Japan did a tier, it's a nice back toss by the Ness, but gets nothing off it. I know the last time we checked out a Japan tier list, there are a couple Nesses, or at least people who use Nesses as pocket pick. But let's just go back to our tier list for a second. Like, I don't know. Like, you could clearly use Zelda as a pocket pick against Ices these days. But, like, I just don't know who in the top tier. Like, let's just look at the top tier. Ness Puff is bad. Ness Fox, I mean, I guess you would just argue Spaceys. Ness Marth is bad. Ness Sheik and Captain isn't great. Ness Peach, Ness Ices, Ness Pikachu, Ness Yoshi. Like, these are not good. Maybe you could argue more in the mid tier. Guys, the F tiers just are not great in this game. I used to argue Kirby was a lot better than we think. Wait, what was Ness there? So they had Ness above Kirby and Zelda. I think most people would agree at this point in the meta that, especially because from what we saw from Suck-Tua, I know it's not great to go off Zane's third dairy, that he never actually uses in tournament, but we have seen the meta of Roy go way down. I think the meta of Ness, despite Joey Bats with a valiant effort here, he's playing pretty good, but he just never gets past top 16 in a major, or even a smaller tournament. He never, nice back toss for the KO. Leave a comment below. Do you guys agree with me? The tier list changes for Ness over time. It's obviously been down. But do you agree with me or not? Make sure you check out my 2026 tier list. Is Ness the second worst character in the game? Leave a comment below. Make sure you subscribe. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. See you guys.